Hello everyone, my name is Nikita. I am flying drones and especially FPV drones, let's say, for more than a year already, and more cinematic style and freestyle just for fun. And I believe I have built ultimate travel drone, and I just decided to share it with you. It is sub 250 grams. I believe this is a very good option for you if you want to travel, if you want to keep it compact and don't want to carry huge batteries and so on. So let's start quickly, go through the components. And here I have, as I mentioned, AOS 3.5 frame from Chris Rosser. It is actually not that easy to find a good 3.5-inch frame which will suit your needs, because for me it was important that I do not have my props in my O3 Air Unit goggles. The only thing that depending on the batch the weight might differ. Mine was 54 grams without TPUs, but with all the screws and so on. A bit disappointed when you build a 250 grams, like 3 grams does matter, because they say it will be around 51 grams. So, but that's alright. Another thing, if you jumped into the forums and checked what motors to use, one of the biggest recommendations are either 1404 or 1604 from T-Motor. It's comparably new one, so actually pretty, like, looks good, looks solid. Crashed so far, nothing happened. So I love the power it gives. So with my build it's around 8:1 ratio. I went with a 4S. I was not sure if I wanted to go with a 6S, because then you have to go with GNB 380 batteries. They are more expensive. I'm not quite sure that I will be okay with 2 minutes flight time or 3 minutes. I don't know. Comment if you have the similar build, sub 250 gram build with the 6S, how much flight time you get. But one of the main reasons why you want to switch to 6S is to keep the current lower. And with the sub 250 grams, you usually don't get that high current there. But okay, enough about the motors. 1604 4S motors, pretty good ones, solid ones, works perfectly fine. And they are paired with GEPRC all-in-one ESC flight control IO board. So 4S board, very nice one. Very easy to work on. It was almost my first build. From scratch I built the drone for the first time, and was easy to build. Nothing special about it. It's very lightweight with the rubber and screws, 8 grams or something, 8.2. What I like about this one, that it has Type-C. GEPRC has a similar ESC, which is also for 6S, but because I wasn't planning to go for 6S, 4S was more than enough, and I decided to choose Type-C over micro USB, which was using the another IO. And it main reason why I chose it, it's also cheap. It's 50 bucks. So yeah, it's pretty good deal for that price, 50 or 55 bucks. If you get to Foxier or iFlight, their ESC is maybe nicer, but way more expensive. So I didn't want to go that way. So that's my choice. Then if we go towards the camera, VTX, I have used O3 because it's a cinematic style for me. I understand that it's still not as good as a GoPro, but again, with a GoPro having sub 250 with a digital will be very hard. Maybe you can try and go with I don't know, analog, but I have digital system, used to it, and yeah, prefer to have one or three here. So far I have a stock antenna. One of the things you can do is a change to the lighter ones from HRC, I guess, have TrueRC has, and say maybe 1 or 2 grams. Because I want to have it for travel and not only flying in yards, I used the Nano GPS. This one is around 4 grams from GEPRC, but I believe Foxier has even lighter one for 2.7 grams. So for me, works perfectly. With Betaflight 4.5, I set it up the GPS rescue, and when fail-safe, it just comes back. It's not a return home from DJI. but it's still very good. It's very impressive. Just you have to keep in mind that wait until it connects to all the satellites. So the nice thing is that with this board it is also powered with your USB, and you can power it from, I don't know, power bank or laptop or even phone, like power up the ESC. Once it's powered up, it takes maybe less than a minute probably to get the enough satellites fixed, and then you can plug batteries. That way don't drain the batteries and do not overheat VTX. Right, and the important thing with this build for me, it was that because I fly TBS Tango, I really like the radio. It's compact with the full-size gimbals. Yeah, you have to calibrate the gimbals a bit more often than you would like, but still, for the travel, perfect radio, I believe. And I didn't want to go with a small antenna because of the range. I have seen in the forums and internet, people say when you put a small crossfire antenna, range suffers a lot. And with this antenna, I am only limited with my VTX, actually with O3, which has already good enough range, right? So I put the big size antenna. Maybe if you fly XEPRC LRS needs smaller antenna, so you will save actually a couple of more grams here, right? And therefore, yeah, that's my decision. I want a TBS crossfire so I can also fly a bit longer range with a better penetration. But you can put XEPRC LRS and save a couple of grams here as well. And that's about it. That's all the parts I have used. Important that it is under 250 grams also, with the SD card, and the ND filter. And one of the reasons I chose this frame is also that my free valve ND filters will also fit here, because you can see that this one is CPL filter, but it goes vertically, but with the free valve filters they have to go horizontally, and with this build, with this frame, you can do it. Yeah. And that's about it. There are still improvements I would love to do. I want to make a naked O3 and waterproof the drone with MG chemicals. I saw also the spray from Flybu. Maybe spray I will use for the camera. So the biggest compromise I made is that I have no TPU here. That's something to keep in mind, that I have literally no TPU. My drone is built with shrinking tubes, zip ties, and double-sided tapes. This is the compromise you have to do. Like, if you prefer to have nice TPUs around and so on, then I don't know, you can reduce the size of the motors, but I don't know if it is that important. I believe size of motors play bigger roles than extra TPUs. You won't break this one. The biggest issue you'll get is, I don't know, maybe you get some rusty screws, but you can also just change them, right? So decision on you to make. Regarding the props, a lot of people forget the props have also different weight. I use HQprop 3.5 inch, very efficient prop. I do house it over the Emax Avan props. I prefer the look of them. They are more flexible and lightweight. With these props you get extra gram and a half or something. They are higher pitch prop, 2.8, compared to HQprop, which is 2.5. So you gain a bit more power with these ones, but I don't know, I did my HQprops more, so yeah, for you to decide what you prefer, but these are what you have with build. And the biggest part and biggest advantage of this build, because then it comes up to you how you want to use it, and depends on that you can choose the batteries. For now with me I have two batteries which I use most often, 720 milliamps forest batteries. They are around 70 grams, 67 or something, which puts me exactly on 250 gram mark. Yeah, 249 or something. So if you go with a bigger battery, you will be over. Maybe nice will be to have also, I don't know, 1000 milliamp batteries, which you fly when you are far away from the people. You want to do some, I don't know, freestyle, more power, longer flight time. You can have maybe a couple of 1050 or 950 or even maybe 850 milliamps from Tattoo Airline or GNB or whatever brand you prefer. But the nice thing is that what I like to do is to take my 4S lithium-ion battery with me on the travel. I often travel to hikes or something, and it's nice to put 4S lithium-ion battery, yeah, on my drone. Together it becomes around 380 grams, which is of course out of 250 gram limit, but you can fly, I don't know, 20 minutes at least with this props, with this setup. And you have GPS rescue, so you can go pretty far and not be really afraid of losing the signal. Yeah, just important, set it up right. The setup is 99% of the job here. And yeah, you can get nice shots from far away, long flight times. And it's actually really good setup. I really think that these two batteries, two type of batteries to have, maybe a couple of for the long range, good to go, and maybe, I don't know, 4, 6, depends how often you fly, how much you fly. Let's say 6 of them for one parallel board, and yeah, you're good to go. You're good to go to whatever you want to do, right? And why I think that it's perfect travel setup, because you got smaller batteries, 4S batteries, and that means that I can use to charge them this small friend here, which is ISDT 608 power delivery charger, which means it has USB Type-C, and you can charge several batteries in parallel, that's 320, or you can charge easily this 3015C battery from here on 1C. Also no problem, and it comes with I use my Anker, this one 65 volts. I have also I ordered now 120 volt adapter, because this one can get up to 140 volts, 5 amps. So look at this, just look at the size. This is a very small, compact way to charge your batteries. If you ever fly, I don't know, 5-inch, or if you go with a classical big chargers, they are bulky, they are bigger, some of them. Mine, for example, is bigger than this drone, right? And it's just silly. Sometimes you take your drone, you take your TBS Tango, which is also pretty compact, you have your Integra goggles, which are also compact, and then you have, I don't know, 2 kilo of the charger, this bulky charger, with a cable, huge cable, and so on. And having this, it really helps. You just keep it small. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Now you will see some flight videos, how it flies, how it goes. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know if you have any comments. Let me know if you built similar builds already, if you're planning to do. Ask questions. My first video was pretty nervous. I hope it was okay. So if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comment. I will answer them all. If you follow, I will really appreciate it. You know, it's my first new channel, so probably all of you I will remember until the end of my life. So thank you for watching. Hope you get some nice info and enjoy some flight videos now. Ciao.